Welcome to Beyond the Market viewers. Today we're going to teach you how to transform local California grown fruits and vegetables purchased at one of our many Bay Area PCFMA farmers markets into something tasty. My name is Nolan. I have a background in working in a lot of different kitchens. I'm also a market manager for Pacific Coast Farmers Market Association. PCFMA runs farmers markets all around the Bay Area, making California grown produce accessible to everyone. So today we're actually going to make grilled salad with the fruit ingredients that we got from the farmer's market. Let's talk about the ingredients that we're gonna be using today. So we're gonna be using 2 eggplants, and we're gonna cut them about 1 inch thick on the bias. We're also gonna have 2 bell peppers, 1 large sweet onion, and we're gonna slice it into rings. We also have 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, and then some salt and pepper for taste. So we're gonna need our knife, cutting board, some sort of grill, and then tongs. You need a couple bowls. I have a couple bowls underneath me here. Saran wrap or tinfoil. I have tinfoil, whatever you use is totally fine. So today we're gonna be using eggplant. So eggplant is a pear-shaped vegetable that ranges in color from deep purple, like you see here, to almost a pale, like a translucent white. Eggplants contain vitamin C, potassium, folate, and dietary fiber, particularly in the skin, so that's why it's important to leave the skin on. Small and mature eggplants are best. The full-size puffy ones may be a little bit harder on the seeds, and they could be a little bitter as well. Choose a firm, smooth-skinned eggplant, right? So nothing with any bumps in it, right? That is heavy in size, and avoid those soft brown spots. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fire roast our red bell peppers. And when we're doing that, we're gonna do each side because we wanna get that skin off. And we're actually gonna cool it in the freezer, and that's gonna make it a lot easier to peel. So let's turn on our stove. And we're gonna let that heat up for a second until it's actually hot, and we're gonna throw our bell peppers on. Let's chop up our eggplant and our onions. So when we're cutting up the eggplant, the first thing we wanna do is take off our tops here. Save those for later. Okay, and once that's done, we're actually gonna cut it at an angle, right? And that's gonna give us a lot more surface area to grill. Now that we got all these cut, let's set it aside and put it in one of our bowls. All right, now let's cut our onion. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut that top off right there. And it's gonna make it easier to peel. All right, so we're gonna peel that first layer off. All right, so we're gonna cut about 1/2 inch, and we're just gonna make little discs. Now that that's done, let's throw our bell pepper onto our stove. I'm just gonna cook one right now. You guys can cook 2 at home. And just put it right on the grill. You can hear some popping, which is good. That means that it's charring the skin. All right, now it's done, guys. So you could see the skin's kind of peeling back on it, and that's what we want. So it's gonna actually peel a little bit easier for us. So we're gonna take that right off the grill, and we're gonna put it in a container, and we're gonna seal it up. We want it as tight as possible because we want the steam to actually cook it a little bit more. Now that that's done, we're gonna throw our onions and our eggplant right onto the grill as well. Eggplant looks done on one side. Let's check it. That's what we want, those grill marks, right? So we're gonna flip these. So the eggplant's gonna cook a lot faster, so just check up on the eggplant a lot more than the onions. Onions are gonna a little hardier, so you don't have to watch it that much. But be sure to watch to make sure that those grill marks are there, and as soon as they are, take the eggplant off because you don't want to overcook the eggplant. So this onion looks done now, so we're gonna flip it. And see, that's those grill marks that we want. It's okay if it falls apart. It's bound to happen. Just make sure you flip every part. All right, that eggplant looks done, so we're gonna take it right off the grill. We're gonna let those onions keep cooking because they need a little bit longer. All right, looks like some of these onions are done, so I'm gonna take them off. But some of the bigger ones are still not ready, so I'm gonna keep them on for a little bit. So before we start cutting our onions and our eggplant, I pulled out our bell pepper from the fridge, and I'm gonna show you how to chop that up. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is take the top and bottom off, because those didn't actually cook all the way. It's gonna be a little hard. Just get rid of those. Now we're gonna set it down. We're actually gonna cut that core out. Okay, now we got our bell pepper flat. We're just gonna take our knife and we're just gonna brush that skin off. All right, and that's what it should look like. Most of that skin's off. There's still a little bit, but that's okay. It's gonna be better without the skin on because you're not gonna have that crunch. It's gonna be just a nice bite. All right, now that that's done, we're gonna grab our other bell peppers that I did earlier. We're gonna cut that up and throw it right in our bowl. We're just gonna make nice, even slices. Now with the onions, this is gonna be a simple chop. It's probably about like 3 or 4 strokes through it. And that's what we want because all those pieces are going to come apart like that, okay? I'm going to throw that right into the bowl as well. All right, let's chop our eggplant. It's the same thing. We're going to just do little slivers. Maybe 2 cuts, right? We want everything roughly around the same size. All right, we are almost done. The last bit we're gonna do is we're gonna add our balsamic vinegar and our olive oil. All right, let's mix that around. And I'm gonna throw some salt and pepper on top. So this is a great dish, guys. You can use it as an appetizer. You can add it to other entree dishes that you'd like. Try out different things. Maybe you don't like eggplant, maybe use some squash, right? So whatever you guys wanna do, kind of experiment and see what you like. So thank you guys for joining us at Beyond the Market today. From all of us at PCFMA, we hope you enjoyed this recipe and learned something new. To find more recipes and cooking demonstrations, visit us online at pcfma.org/eat. And thanks again for joining us. I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun. I love this dish. My name's Nolan. I'll see you at the farmer's market.